we've kind of romanticized a little bit the entrepreneurial mindset of no sleep. You're going to go on 3 or 4 hours of sleep and you pull all-nighters, and like that is like this rock star cool thing. And I completely disagree with it. Do you have to work hard? Yes. But at least in what I have taken my ethos to my career has been, it is still about balance. You can't completely lose focus to these other aspects of your life because they are all interconnected. They impact.
That's right.
You can't throw away your relationships, especially with a significant other. You have to take care of your body and your mind and your soul. You got to feed it. You got to work it out. You got to make sure you're spiritually in tune. You have to make time for those things, and you need your rest. You know, there's a lot of debate in Silicon Valley of like, you know, it's this badge of honor to go on 3 hours of sleep. But the research and the science proves that you need the sleep to show up, to be able to come up with the ideas. So I have really tried to come at it of how do I find balance? You still have to be willing to work hard, but maximizing your time. We live in this era where this can be so distracting. Every single one of us wakes up, and what do? You immediately grab your phone and you start checking the 100 emails you have, all of your social networking platforms, social media sites. It's easy to go down the rabbit hole.
So let's get a little more specific. I think this is interesting. So how do you plan your day? Tell me how you spend your time.
So
I mean, you have events, you travel, you speak. I mean, I know I travel well over 100,000 miles a year. I know you do too.
Yep.
Tell me kind of how you plan your day and make time for
things.
Yeah,
you and I have a little, you beat me this year. I think I put up 140,000 miles, and I think you hit the 150 mark.
Yep.
So there's a lot of playing time there. You know, listen, some of it's the blocking and tackling that everybody talks about I plan my day the night before, right? So before I close the laptop for that day, you know, I'm writing down what are the top 5 things that I need to knock off. What are the 2 or 3 things that like cannot not be passed over? And when I start the day, it's like I try not to check email. That's not the first thing I want to look at. I try to take care of me. So I'm a morning person. I'm working out first thing in the morning. Right. So I get that in. I feed my body. I get my mind right. And you know, I'm trying to hit the desk. I'm on the West Coast, so it's like by 7 o'clock, business is in full swing across the country, and I'm ready to go. And I've had my list of things that need to get done that day, and I try to have the attitude of I don't write anything down on my to-do list that I don't believe I could get done that day, and I don't not check every single item off the list, right? So you stay committed to it.
Yep.
I try to work in 90-minute blocks to give my brain a little break. So it's like stay focused.
90 minutes on, 10 off.
Exactly. And I will not have my email on for some of those blocks because
yeah, if you're writing, if you're learning.
In the creative space, give me a break. Right. Even if you're writing a proposal, and we've all been there. Your phone pings, text message. An email comes in, ooh, what's that? You know, and it's like we're in this task mindset of, oh, I got to execute on that. Ooh, that felt good. 15 minutes goes by, you try to get back into what you're all over the place.
That's right.
Lock in, focus in, 10 minutes, check, respond, anything urgent.
So, you know, and that's a little counterintuitive to this idea of, you know, multitasking, which is, you know, kind of a generational stereotype. Oh, they're such multitaskers.
First of all, there's no such thing as multitasking.
Exactly.
Switch tasking.
And what you said is very counterintuitive. Actually, what you said, and I'll interpret, but kind of what I was hearing was focus on one thing at a time. If you're writing, write. If you're reading an email, read the email. But eliminate the distractions.
Listen, I can't speak for everyone. I can speak for what's worked for me. But I've lived in the trying to multitask and have all of these things going on, and at the end of the day, I don't feel like I got anything done. And the emails that I got out and the content that I wrote down was not at the quality or the caliber that I wanted this stuff to be at. I found for me is when I focused in, which is not easy, it's getting harder and harder. But I also think it's a huge opportunity for us because you know what? Your competition is distracted too.
That's right.
Gets me excited. I feel like, you know what? Everybody has got their Facebook, the Twitter, all this stuff is up, and like, but if I zero in and I do this the best I possibly, I'm gonna get an edge.